when you talk about like, Mike Singletary's days with the 49ers, and he says we're going to be physical with an F. I think this team, if he could have run an offense and picked out an offense, this is what he would have picked, because this thing is like straight out of 1960s high school smash mouth football. It's really, really awful.
Right. I mean, like, look at the first play of the game. What are you establishing? First play of the game. You're running back, running between the tackles, lowering his shoulder, and running through a linebacker. So that's Jamie Newman. He's one hell of a physical runner for a quarterback, and that's cool.
Yeah, he's an extremely physical runner. He's fast and everything like that. So that's what you see. You see a lot of times with Wake Forest. It's funny. I know we're supposed to be talking about Jamie Newman, but heck, they'll do this, and it's almost like the two just kind of stand there at the mesh point waiting for the defense to collapse before they decide that they're going to run a play.
Yeah,
it's really interesting football.
And also, I noticed with a guy like Newman, a guy like Lance, often the first play in the game is a design run for the quarterback because that's your best weapon. Establish it right off the bat. All right.
Yep, and that's what I've seen pretty much with them throughout.
Yep. Okay.
And their first, just for an example here, this is their first series is that we're watching now.
They're establishing the run.
Yeah, they run 9 plays before they finally have to get off the field, and they've run the ball, the first 8 of them.
Okay, so here he goes, empty backfield. Was going to be a little quarterback draw or scramble? Let's find out. He's definitely not going to throw it. Why would he do that? Up draw. I like that. And he's elusive. He's got the jump cut. You can see it, and he's going to fall forward, which is a nice feature for a college quarterback.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got the athleticism.
Yeah,
that's that part of it.
I mean, just look at him. He's got thick legs. He looks like about 6'3". He looks about 6'3", 225. He looks like an NFL player.
Yes, exactly. He definitely has the size.
The part. Yeah,
he has that. I think that's part of why he was invited to the Senior Bowl, was all based off of.
Right, and if Georgia was interested in him, then look at this play. What is this play? So, wow, so you just pull 71 and have 36 be your lead blocker, and that's it. Okay, great. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, and this is the kind of stuff that they run. One of the things, the other thing that I noticed is, I know we're watching this in slow-mo, but you can watch this in fast speed from the All-22, and it looks like it's in slow motion. I mean, you got Wake Forest and Duke, and Duke's not a bad team. They're a middle-of-the-road team, Wake Forest as well, most of the time. But it's just so slow.
Yeah, I was telling Jack before we went on, I can't think of one NFL player who went to Wake Forest. I'm sure there are some. I just can't think of any off the top of my head.
Yeah, there's not very many, and there's a few from Duke, but
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, Ross Cockrell was a defensive back from there as well. It's, I think, still in the league.
Yeah. So these are two great basketball schools. I mean, kind of like my alma mater, UCLA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So we can keep
again.
Yeah. Let's see.
He's got that little jump, that little Le'Veon Bell jump. I like this guy. So far, he looks like a good running back.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I was thinking. We kind of joked around about Trey Lance. Should be taken in the 4th round as a tight end.
Yeah.
If you're looking at drafting a quarterback that should be playing another position, it's really this guy.
I like the way he jumps around and makes cuts. It seems like he can cut off both feet. He's creative. He's elusive. I mean, he's tackled here, but
his footwork as a runner far exceeds what he can do. As a passer. So
a little upright, he might get hurt. But I mean, who was that quarterback at Michigan when I was in high school who went on to become in college, who went on to become a running back at Jacksonville? Denard Robinson.
Denard Robinson, yes.
Yeah, so it's happened. It's happened before.
Oh yeah, it's happened. This is their first pass attempt, and he's going to get blown up. He doesn't have very good footwork. I mean, I watched him a little bit at the Senior Bowl with what they showed on the television stuff, and it's okay. He's sitting there. He's not looking anywhere other than where he wants to throw the ball the entire time. And you see this throughout the game with him. He picks a guy that he's going to throw the ball to, and for the most part, he's standing there looking for them. He delivers a decent ball. The ball's off a little high to the outside, so the receiver drops it.
Right. So he's pretty unrefined.
Yeah, he's extremely unrefined. I don't see anything with him really, honestly, that Kyle Shanahan's going to enjoy.
Right. No. But let's look at Jamie Newman. Since we know he's not going to be a 1st-round pick, and we don't have to nitpick him too hard. We know he's going to be a mid-round pick for obvious reasons. Let's look at him from the lens of a very confident offensive coordinator. Someone who could see this guy as a multi-year project who gets to sit on the bench for 2-3 years, or maybe forever until he shows something. And we're trying to see, like, does he have anything that we can work with since we're so good?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we could definitely.
We're looking for like mid-round backups with upside.
Yeah, with this guy, I think we could bring him in and design some things around him. I mean, he might not be as, I mean,
like if you want to add the Wildcat to the Niners, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. He could be that guy. He can be a guy that, he's going to be like a Cordell Stewart type of guy. You're not even that good of a passer, but that kind of a guy where you're.
Yeah, like instead of running the Wildcat with Jerick McKinnon, you could do it with this guy.
Exactly. Where you're able to use him as a wide receiver or whatnot, and then bring him in and run a Wildcat like you just said. Perfect.
This is rough.
Yeah, it's really
okay.
That's the second possession. Now they go to we're on the third one already.
And he's just looking left and has no clue. And he just stands there. Oh, it looks like that when you're playing someone in Madden and they drop a controller. And the quarterback just stands there.
Yeah, or his controller, I think, died.
Broke or something. Yeah. Out of batteries.
Yeah. So you're going to see that throughout. This is the reason that I had picked this game originally to show was it was actually one of his better games in terms of yardage and whatnot.
Oh.
There was a couple of his starts where I wanted to look at Clemson because Clemson was the best team that they played that year.
It's just a joke, right?
Yeah, and he only threw like 12 passes. I wasn't sure if he got hurt or something like that, but
there's just no chance. Yeah. Okay, so hands off. He's got to make like one good play in this game, right?
Yeah, he makes a couple of them.
Because I actually enjoy watching him. I like watching running backs in slow motion from the end zone view. It's a lot of fun. And so far, this guy's given, he's more exciting to watch as a runner than Kellen Mond. I'll say that. Mond's kind of linear. He doesn't make a bunch of jump cuts like this guy.
Right. We just fast forward, I think, through one of his passes.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Here we go.
Okay,
here we go.
They're going to run a little crosser, and it's a good job. They run two guys down the bottom. The first guy's covered, so he goes to the second. It's a nice little read. And that guy.
No, let's give him credit for this because he does have a guy in his face.
Mm-hmm. And this guy that he's throwing to is his best receiver, number 2. He makes a bunch of plays for them. We could just see look at the footworks all over the place, but he sticks it in there.
That's it. I'm giving credit for this because he's got the guy in his face. He resets, doesn't scramble, and then he has a second guy in his face, and he puts the throw pretty much on the money. It's not a far throw, but for an unrefined quarterback who's basically a Wildcat running back, that's a nice play.
Yes.
I mean, Jerick McKinnon could not make that throw. Definitely not.
No, not even when he was at Georgia Southern.
Not even when he was at Georgia Southern. That's nice. I'm okay, Jamie. I like that.
Yeah, right. He's not, and that's one of the things that's working. He's not awful. I mean, he's very unrefined. That's exactly that's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
Because you're going to see he makes a couple of nice throws as this game rolls along.
Yeah.
They're gonna rip off a couple of nice running plays here.
Okay. Enough.
Yeah, this one right here was one of my favorites. Where they run a little ball, they run to the right here, and the back does a really nice job. Gets out there into the open field.
Oh, that's nice.
And then he just falls.
Oh, ACC football, baby!
I think the 30-yard line tackled him.
I like that little hesitation with the hezzy, and then he
30-yard line jumped up and said, "No more."
That's a doozy of the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and they run the ball 2 more times, and we're going to get another pass.
Okay.
And it's similar. You see that they find success with these little crossers. They're easy routes for the quarterback. He's not having to do a whole lot. He's actually getting a little protection on this. The offensive line struggles a lot.
The whole way. That little flip throw.
Yeah, he puts it out in front of him. It's a good ball.
Yeah,
the guy's right on him.
No, I can see why Georgia would want him. I mean, you figure. Look, I mean, he's really unrefined, but he's at Wake Forest. Like, of course he's unrefined. Like, it's a basketball school. I don't even know who their coach is. Why don't we bring him to Georgia, put him in a more conventional offense, see what he's got, and then it never worked out. So he really is a project. I mean, he didn't even get the Georgia experience. That's too bad.
Yeah, unfortunately. It would have really helped him out.
And remember, this is 2019 footage we're watching here. He didn't even play this year.
Correct.
It's too bad.
He didn't play this year. He ended up in in the Senior Bowl.
Yes, he did. And it sounded like he had like some wow moments in practice, but basically is an inconsistent player. That's,
that's what it was. He was very inconsistent. This one right here, this is their third down play, and this one this is supposed to. It's going to be the next one. So
okay.
run the ball here. The next one's supposed to be a wide receiver screen, and
on 3rd and 7, yikes! That's all they call. Okay.
Yeah, it's like we've seen a lot of times where they just run a guy across the middle, and then but if he just watches, I mean, it's absolutely atrocious. You got the receivers running into guys that are blocking, and it's awful, and he's out there just trying to make a play. I mean,
he's oh my god, this coach is ashamed of himself.
Division I football in the ACC, and you wonder why Clemson is in the championship game
exactly
every year.
So you got this guy running into that guy. What the? Oh my god, this is terrible.
Yeah, that's my notes. I wrote down, LOL, what a mess. I mean, it's just because that's what it is. It's just a mess of a play.
It's like an Adam Gase play right there.
It's almost as bad as that one we saw in the red zone from yesterday.
I just really like his athleticism. He's a hell of a scrambler. He kind of moves like I always compare it. Like Jalen Hurts, I feel like went to the Eagles and instantly was making plays like this. Jalen Hurts also misses wide open receivers. So
true.
God, wide open guys.
You just can't, with this guy, he's definitely an athlete. I'm not gonna knock him for that because he really does a really good job with that.
I mean, you can't. He's not just like a mobile quarterback. He's a hell of an athlete. He's almost more of an athlete than a quarterback. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, especially when you consider the offense that they're asking him to try to run and everything. It's really rough.
Yeah. No, he's a good project for Georgia. Is he a good project for an NFL team? You don't have a lot of time. A lot of time these coaches get fired. The guy bounces around. It'll be tough, but if he can latch on to a good team and like develop for a few years on the bench, he might have a chance. Maybe he could go be Josh Allen's backup for a few years in Buffalo and just have no pressure and you'd never hear about him. But even then, everything would have to go his way. Oh, God. Poor guy.
Yeah, he's a guy that I think, you'd be able to possibly develop into a backup.
Yeah.
But it's going to take a couple of years. He's going to have to play.
You can't play him.
He's not going to be able to play. No, he's going to have to be a third string guy or you're a guy that you stash away on your practice squad.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to be utilizing him as a.
Oh, he always taking a shot. Oh no.
Yeah, they run a little. Yeah, they run a curl. He throws the corner. I think they're running some kind of a. They're supposed to read in the coverage. The DB sitting on top of him, so the receiver breaks it off into a curl, and I don't think he really ever sees him before he throws the ball.
I see. It's good stuff. Wait for it.
Yeah, so it's pretty bad. And then they come. The next play is they're going to go deep again, and this is again they're running a vertical route on the outside. He's going to be throwing it. I think he's throwing it to the middle guy that's running the fade right there at the 50. But he's wide open. He's got him down the field, and it's just a bad throw to the outside. As you watch it here, he's got a guy in his face, so he's throwing it as he's getting hit, but it's too far to this. It's overthrown and too far outside for him to get to it.
Yeah, I will give this guy credit. He's getting hit. I mean, he doesn't have a great pocket. But whoo, okay. I'm still waiting for his nice play. Still waiting for the first nice one.
We're getting there.
Okay.
There's not very, there's going to be some in the passing game, but
let's see this run. Okay. That's a nice run.
This guy's got wheels. He's got wheels. He's strong. When you watch him run the ball, he's almost always falling forward. So if you wanted to put him as your, he's a guy that I would say you could probably turn him into a tight end. We talked about that. The guy that's from Virginia Tech that's a tight end for the Reds or for the football team in Washington.
Yes.
This guy is that kind of athlete. He's a big, strong kid. You might want to draft him mostly for that kind of